Man, I gotta record all this shit over because look at these eye boogers, bro. Yo, let me start back from the beginning.
Little homie with a big dream. Get paid, then I ride clean. Then I saw that beamer staring out the window with the cleaners. I just gotta get it. Little homie with a big dream. Get paid, then I ride clean. Then I saw that beamer staring out the window with the cleaners. I just gotta get it.
It's been a long time, ain't it? First off, I want to welcome back the previous watchers to this channel. It's nice seeing y'all, and I can explain, and I'm sorry that it's been so long since we last talked. For the newer users who met me probably later on after my year-long hiatus, and along with that for the people who stumbled on this channel somewhere down the line, welcome to the channel. Let me introduce myself. My name is Jacobe Jones, and you are watching the iLEAP vlog series. iLEAP is an acronym, and it stands for I Learn, Entrepreneurship, and Prosper. The key subject of this channel is for you to watch me as I venture into my first business, and you learn everything from my flaws and all to the highs and the lows to the L's and the W's of what my business has been doing with what I have done to it. With that, you take that in stride, learn from everything that I've done, and when it's time for you to take that leap into entrepreneurship, you got all the keys that you picked up from me along with your own personal research to do your own business and prosper in what you do. That is the key of this channel. Pretty much it there. Next thing I want to address is where I've been. The reason why I've been missing so long is because there's a lot of changes that has happened within this past year. As you can see, the settings is one of the things, is because I moved from Georgia to Texas. If you have any of my social media, you already would have known that, but if you didn't and you just stumbled upon my channel, that is one of the main reasons why. The other reason why is because when I moved, my computer took a crap. It couldn't handle the video capabilities that I was trying to do with the video editing software that I had. So in turn, I had to get another computer. What led to me taking so long, I don't know. I should have gotten it out the way, but that's on me. But I got another computer now. I will show you a little bit later on, but that is one of the other reasons why. Matter of fact, it's bigger than the reason that why I moved. Within the last time I made a video, a lot of things has changed. Like I stated previously, a lot of it's been on the personal side, but I will not dive down that rabbit hole. But along with that, first drops has happened, a few sales has happened, and currently I'm working on a photo shoot right now for the brand. At least on the side that's not personal, I've been doing a good bit for my brand. Not enough, I believe, but I still been doing things. And if you follow my social media, you know that as well. But now that we got where I've been out the way, not really, but enough to get by, let's go into the main topic of this video. Just to let you know, I'm trying to make this video quick and concise, so this is not going to be a very long video just because of that. And I just want to get my feet wet back into this YouTube and video edited lifestyle that I was living prior to it. So we're going to go over a topic that I feel like is quick. It's something I can talk about because I've been in this business lifestyle for at least over a year and a half now. So topic I'm going to talk about is the 4 things I've learned while being in business. Now, I've learned way more than 4 things while being in business, but I'm trying to make this video clear and concise and quick. So I'm just going to go over 4 things that I've learned. Thing number 1 that we're going to talk about is a business takes consistency. You are what you make your business out to be. Owning a business is a 24/7 grind. The operations don't stop day in and day out, especially for what I do, which, as you know, is clothing. I gotta market, I gotta work on the products, I gotta make the products. Not only that, I gotta work with the manufacturer, I gotta make sure stuff gets to the customer. There's a lot of things that go on with a business, so it doesn't stop. Every time I show consistency in my business, my sales would increase. When I put my foot on the pedal and I just keep it going day in and day out, non-stop, I've noticed that my sales increase. There's people that I never even thought would purchase from me because they saw the work ethic and what I did, and they actually like the product as well. But it also shows that if I wasn't putting that effort in day out to branch my business out there for people to see, they wouldn't have bought it in the first place. And that comes from the consistency that I've shown. When I don't show consistency, my sales will decrease. They will fall. Sometimes to be honest, there have been months where I haven't made a sale at all. God damn. And it is what it is, but it only was a result of my consistency. Number 2 is you need to understand the pros and cons of selling a product and a service. And remember to choose wisely. Here's why I say that. One of the biggest gems I've learned while being in business is it takes money to sell a product. You are the money selling a service. Let me elaborate. When it comes to a product, there's no need for your product. You're just selling a product. Prime example, I sell clothes and whatnot. No one needs my clothes. They could get a Hanes t-shirt from Walmart and replace it just like that. But when it comes to a service is a necessity. We need barbers, we need auto mechanics, we need carpenters, we need videographers, we need photographers, we need plumbers. You see what I'm saying? We need them type of people. And the only difference with services being competitive with other services is the value and the price of what they do their service for. When it comes to a product, you're just selling a product. You're being a salesman to why you think someone should buy this shirt. You know what I'm saying? So there's a complete difference when it comes to selling a product and a service. And you got to remember that, because if you're not a great salesman or you're not out here trying to be as great of a seller as you could be to sell your product, you're probably not going to be prosperous in selling products, because there's a lot of people who sell clothes like me. There's a lot of people who sell candles like me, light fixtures and all that. That's not a necessity compared to being a person who sells a service. It takes more money to make a product and sell that product than it does to sell a service, because once you spend the money for the products it is that makes your service valid, all it takes is what you do as a result of what you do and the price that you selling your services for, and that's it. That's all your selling point is: the value of your service and the price of your service. Topic number 3, you're never gonna get the support that's promised. And what I mean by that is simply this: you probably gave a business idea off to friends, family, your mentor, some significant other, or some subordinates of yours. You get where I'm getting at. But anyway, you gave an idea off and they all told you, oh yeah, I'll support you if you do that, blah, blah, this, that, and the third. Then when the day comes, nowhere to be found to support your stuff. That's fine. That's okay. Don't get flustered and frustrated by that. Take that lesson that you learned and keep it pushing and keep it moving. Because in the end, you never know. They may purchase from you later. They may not ever at all, but you can't dwell on that. You got to keep it moving. Remember, a brand or a business takes consistency. You got to keep it moving no matter what happens on the back end. The last thing I learned is you got to remember to take your L's with your W's. I promise you, every business has took an L somewhere. But they don't quit. They keep it pushing, learn from that L, and grow from that L. You're not always gonna win while you're in business. Trust me, when I first started my business, I was getting sales like crazy. I was like, yes, this is amazing. But then there were dry spells for probably like a month or two, and you're sitting there like, dang man, like what happened? For me, I knew where my L stood from. So when you receive your first one, no matter if it's big or small, keep it going. Because guess what? Them people that you aspire to be, or who motivated you, or who's probably even your mentor, they received it too. Probably bigger than yours, to a point where they couldn't even sleep at night. And look where they're at now. You got to remember to do the same exact thing. All right? Accept them L's with them W's. And when you get them W's, party like the rest of us. Or them. Because I got W's, but it ain't party worth W's yet. Before I close this video out, you already know where I gotta go with this. I end it off every time with this. The book of the day. The book of the day that I want to bring out to y'all is How Money Works by DK Publishing. I think this is a very good book. If you're not one that's all into just text, this one has illustrious pictures and to explain exactly what it's trying to give you with information. This book literally talks about how money works. It talks about how to make your money double, how to invest your money. It also talks about when money was first included into the economy or just the world in general. It talks about how money has evolved, how we went from gold and silver to paper money, and then even to digital currency like crypto. Along with that, it also talks about recessions, what leads to recessions, what leads to inflation, deflation, and all of the above. If you want a book about economics and just want to learn how money actually works around in the world today, this book's good for you, man. Go ahead, check it out. I know that was supposed to be my closing, but I got one more thing to say, and that's just talk about what's next for the channel. What's next for the channel is two things. I want to get more in depth into what I do for my brand, because there's a lot of people who have questions about how I do the things that I do for my brand, and they want to know the ins and outs of what I do because they want to jump into something of a similar field than what I do. And I'm all for that. So I will definitely be trying to get more in depth into the videos that I have coming out in the later future. Along with that, I'm going to do more collaborations, networking, working with other creators, working with other brands to not just expand their brand, but expand mine as well. Along with that, just it's for content. Of course, content is everything when it comes to this portion of what I do. But along with that, it's also information that y'all can take with y'all and use and try to be prosperous in your entrepreneurship ventures. Then the two things that I say that's going to be next for the channel that I'm shooting for to make happen. I don't have an idea yet which way I'm about to go first, but you can expect between them two, that's where this channel is about to be going. Expect to see that in the later future. But other than that, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it, because that's what this channel is here to do. And remember to get better every day, as always. And I'll see you on the next episode.